I wanted to talk to you guys today about what my plan is for homeschool. So I have graduated now one, and I'm about to graduate my second. And that will leave me at home with one homeschooling. And so my planning style is going to change out of simplicity. I will only be homeschooling one kid next year. However, when I look at these planners, I am also going to look at these planners from a perspective of what it would be like to homeschool multiple children in this arena, because I really feel like a conversation needs to be had about the homeschool line that Happy Planner has come out with. I see some good, I see some bad. I've already looked through these, and so I just want to talk about it. You guys here for that? Let's just talk about it. All right, so let's get started. Because I'm only going to homeschool one kiddo next year, I don't feel like I necessarily need a big planner. Her school style is we're pretty minimalistic. If you've seen any of my how I plan my homeschool week videos, you'll know we are very simple. We're it's very laid back. It's very routine because we thrive in routine. So I initially was drawn to this because of the colors. I've been feeling my midlife crisis, and I'll talk more about that on my channel in the weeks, months, and years to come, because it's going to take that long to get me there. But the colors and the wild and free and never afraid to be me, I've been working really hard on some personal development and who I am and what I want that internal space of my head and my heart to look like. And so I never want to be afraid to be me. So I was totally drawn to this planner. It's gorgeous. And so the colors and just the brightness, typically, if you hang out with me, you know I am a seasonal type planner. I like the seasonal look. I like knowing, because typically planners in general, the Erin Condren and things like that, they are very classroom geared. And I obviously am not in a classroom, so I typically gravitate towards the seasonal. But the colors of this one are just vibrant and really draw me in from the perspective of, so I typically plan seasonal, and in that it's very much fall, spring, summer, you know, those kinds of things. But I'm drawn to the colors of this. This is just, I mean, who wouldn't be drawn to this? This is gorgeous, and I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love the water. I love running water. This really drew me in. And so with only homeschooling for one, I didn't feel like I needed the big version of this, obviously. So I went with the classic size. The boxes are smaller and perfect for how little I need to plan for one. Her assignments are going to be relatively easy to write out. And so that's what I like. I like this completely. Absolutely love it. Now, back here on the checklists. I love this. The colors. I even bought the sticker book to coordinate with this because I loved it so much. I will say that I am very glad that on the checklist they made a more concerted effort to line up the lines. I can tell you that in the teacher planner groups, there was some complaint about fashion over function and like not being able to get the lines to line up and things like that. So I was glad that they took some time and worked out the design function of that. I rarely use the checklists. I thought way back when I would use these for a grade book, but the way I homeschool is different. Up until 8th grade, it is very subjective on my grading because I believe that that's not where it counts the most. Where it counts the most is going to be in high school. Now, with my youngest, because she is a competitive gymnast and she has some desire to go to college on gymnastics, I may do that a little differently for junior high and high school, simply because records in homeschooling become more important because you don't have the standardized testing so much and all of that. So, that being said, I may start keeping a little bit different record. I don't know yet. But the format for the teacher planner really hasn't changed any. I mean, the designs, there's a lot more neutrality in the designs I noticed this year. I'm trying to get this centered up. But basically, it's the same planner, essentially. So, and I wanted to make sure I got the one I wanted when they came out, because we all know May is the teacher planner release time for Happy Planners, student planners. I did notice there weren't as many student planners. It makes me wonder, but that's just me. So this was my first pick. However, I wanted to review the homeschool planner because I've been homeschooling for now, let's see, 12 years, I feel like. Yeah, 12. So I feel like that gives me somewhat of a voice in this space to talk about what works, what doesn't, what I think could be better or worse, or different. So let's talk about it. I really, really like this cover, except I hate dated covers. I don't know why we think we have to date the covers of everything, because I won't reuse this after this year. I hate it. I love reusing planner covers. Absolutely adore it. I think it's fun to be able to take a planner cover from last year, stick it on this year's planner. Anyway, so we've dated this one. I'll never use it again, which really stinks because it's a cute cover. Like, it's totally cute. We have the, let me see if I can get this centered up here. My camera's at a different angle, so I'm gonna make sure I get that centered up. So we have this Happy Planner Homeschool Planner blah 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 page. Why we have the room in school, I kind of don't understand, because we homeschool at home. Whatever. It's just me. Double layout. Love it. I mean, I rarely look at these, but it's always nice to have that there. These are great. I would have used these this year if we had done homeschool co-op. We opted because we have the twins who would have been very susceptible to COVID. We didn't participate in co-op this year, but this would typically be where I put all of my co-op stuff. So I would know class days, field trip days, when we do, they're called play days, but like social time with their homeschool co-op friends, that would all be here. And yeah, that's typically what I use this for. And any field trips I plan, appointments, so that I know not to plan things, just that's what I use those pages for. They're very handy. I love them. I'm glad they've started including them in every Happy Planner, because those are amazing. They make it, and like for social media planning, they make it amazing. Like, hooray, yes. I love how simple the dashboard is for the homeschool planner. It's amazing. We don't need all of the classroom things that a public school teacher needs. We need a place to put notes. I love that. So again, so far, loving it. It's fantastic. It's great. It's wonderful. 2-page calendar, deadlines over here. I'll get back to what I like about this in a minute, because I need to have a conversation about what's in here. Okay, so you've got a grade tracker. So you put your name here, the grade they're in, the year we're in, the subject, the date, the project, or whatever, your grade, and the letter grade. That's fantastic. Subject, class, description, lesson details, important dates, deadlines. Fantastic. I love the layout of this. And we've got another one of those. Class overviews. And then we've got a reading list. Okay, all of that is fantastic. However, you only have one sheet for one kid, and you only have 2 of these for 2 classes. So while the premise behind it is perfect, I love that each month the subject and grades can all be tracked right here in my planner, all together. And I can analyze and evaluate where we need to be per class. Guys, I can only do that for 1 student and 2 classes. And I only have a reading list for 1 kid. So for next year for me, this is going to work perfect. But what do I do? I'm making copies. Like, where is... I'm sorry. I'm just really struggling with... So for 1 kid, you're perfect. Like, you're set up, I guess. Unless, I'm going to have to make more copies of this because obviously she's not going to do just 2 subjects. But, I bought this also, but it doesn't have the extra sheets. And I haven't seen where we're going to have a solution for this in like an extension pack. So, like, I would love to see a paper pack that just had these in them for people who are not homeschooling 1. And some extras of these because I'm at least gonna, I could combine her overall schooling into 4 classes, basically. But there's gonna be more to this. And for very, very detail-oriented people, they're going to want 1 per class. So, and if you have more than 1 kid, are you making copies of the reading list? Like, come on. Or are you expecting us to modify? Like, I have some questions. I think we got some great bones here to work with. But again, if you're homeschooling more than 1 kid, you got problems. You're gonna have to do some adjusting, some detailing. Now, to say that, for the last few years, I have been combining subjects for my kids because I have a special learning child. And so we've been, could I modify this? Yes. But I get tired of having to modify stuff, y'all. So, all that said, do I like the layout of this? Absolutely. Do I like the layout of this? Absolutely. Do I love that there's a reading list? Absolutely. For my kid going into junior high, she's probably not going to read a lot of titles because her books are going to be longer chapter books. So if you're in elementary school, this is awesome. This is perfect. So let's go back to the beginning. So then you've got these deadlines over here for your subjects. They do give you 6 subject deadlines here, which I think is fantastic. You don't have a place to plan 6 subjects over here, but you've got deadlines for 6 subjects. Whatever. Chores. I think that, I do more than 3 chores a month, but that could be your, you could change that out for the 3 things you want to make sure you get accomplished for the month, for the school. Checklist. It has some bare bones stuff here that I really, really like. And I really like that it's different than the other planner. I do. So now let's look at the weekly view. I personally don't homeschool on the weekends. And that was one thing I like about the traditional classroom planner. I don't homeschool on the weekends. So I don't necessarily need Saturday and Sunday because there's nothing here for me unless I'm planning over here and I need to make myself a list of things that need to be done on Sunday to get ready for Monday. That's just not for me. Some mamas, they do. Some mamas do extra stuff on Saturdays and Sundays, so this may be absolutely perfect for them. Now, if you're homeschooling one child, these squares are enough room. I personally wish they were lined because I do not draw in a straight line, or I do not write in a straight line, and I feel like there could be some benefit to some lines here. But I like the color blocking in that it's separating each subject out. So for me, for this to be completely all-encompassing, again, I'm only homeschooling one kid this year, not 3, which I have in the past. I'll put clear label stickers with our subjects down the side, and that'll carry over. I probably won't put them here, just for continuity, but I will put my subject header stickers down the side. We'll do important assignments. Don't forget weekly focus and activities. This will be important. There's not enough room here for the activities, but it will help me keep, when meet season comes and all of that, it'll help me keep up with all of that. Or appointments or homeschool co-op or whatever. So, I'm trying to get this centered back, sorry. So let's talk about it. You've got that, which the colors aren't bad. They're kind of neutrally, I don't know. Come to September, 2-page calendar, 1 page of gray tracker, 1 class subject overview, 1 reading list. Again, if you're homeschooling one kiddo, this is excellent for you. Now, there is not a checklist section in the back of this one. Your checklists are in your monthly view. So, let's talk about it. I bought this companion pack in the hopes that it would kind of fill in the blanks for me. Now, all the teachers and the mamas know a standard set sheet of paper does not fit in this. It cuts off. You can't. So you have to punch or find a different way. That's fine. I like these pages where you've got the different blocks of things to note and then a checklist. I like that. I'll use it. It won't go to waste. I always love bookmarks. I have a collection of the snap-in bookmarks because I love them. And the stickers are great too. I mean, but I was really hoping that extension pack would address some of what my questions were. So, I'd like to hear your opinions about my assessment. Personally, I will probably wind up using this planner. And then saving the other one for something else. I will repurpose it because I just like the colors and the vibrance of it, and I just really enjoy it. But I want to hear your thoughts on the homeschool planner. Homeschool mamas, let's talk about it. Did I miss something? Did I miss an extension pack that I could have bought that could have fixed that if I needed it? Like, are y'all gonna make copies and copy and print what you need in here to make it work for you? Tell me. I really genuinely, I want to hear your opinions about this because I feel like if we're gonna branch out and do a product that's for homeschoolers, which I think is fantastic. I think the opinions of homeschoolers and those of us that have homeschooled for a long time should be listened to here as well. So that's my thoughts on the homeschool planner and the extension pack and all of that. Talk to me in the comments. Let's find me on social. Let's have a discussion. I genuinely want to hear what your thoughts are on the new homeschool planner. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming to the Schulz Family Shenanigans YouTube channel, and find us on social. I have a healthy living Trim Healthy Mama Instagram, which is Healthy Life Shenanigans. I have my family page where I share a little bit about our family and blog posts and things like that, and that's Schulz Fam Shenanigans. And then my planning Instagram is Planning the Shenanigans. So come find me, come hang out, come talk. Let's talk it out. Let's see, what do y'all think? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day.